Paul's shipwreck on Malta is a dramatic and inspiring story of faith, resilience, and divine intervention. The journey begins with Paul, a prisoner, being transported to Rome to stand trial before Caesar. Alongside other prisoners, soldiers, and sailors, Paul boards a ship that sets sail across the Mediterranean Sea. The voyage is fraught with danger from the start, as the season for safe travel has passed, and the seas are turbulent. Paul, sensing the impending danger, warns the crew that continuing the journey would result in disaster. However, the centurion in charge, swayed by the ship's pilot and owner, decides to press on, hoping to reach a safer harbor. As the ship ventures further, it is caught in a violent storm known as the Northeaster. The tempest rages relentlessly, tossing the ship like a toy in the waves. The crew struggles to keep the vessel afloat, throwing cargo and equipment overboard to lighten the load. Days turn into nights, and the storm shows no sign of abating. Fear and despair grip everyone on board, and hope begins to fade. In the midst of this chaos, Paul stands firm in his faith. He gathers the frightened passengers and crew and shares a message of hope. He tells them that an angel of God appeared to him in the night, assuring him that while the ship would be lost, not a single life would be lost if they remained together. Paul's unwavering confidence in God's promise becomes a beacon of hope, lifting the spirits of those around him. For 14 harrowing days, the storm batters the ship, leaving everyone exhausted and on the brink of despair. Finally, as the ship approaches land, the sailors sense they are nearing shallow waters. Fearing the ship will run aground and break apart, they attempt to abandon the vessel in a lifeboat. But Paul, alert and steadfast, warns the centurion, who orders the soldiers to cut the lifeboat loose, ensuring everyone stays on board. As dawn breaks, Paul encourages everyone to eat, reminding them that they will need strength to survive the ordeal. He takes bread, gives thanks to God, and shares it with all on board. His act of faith and leadership renews their courage. Soon after, the ship runs aground on a sandbar near the island of Malta. The stern of the ship is shattered by the pounding waves, and the vessel begins to break apart. Yet, just as Paul had prophesied, not a single life is lost. The passengers and crew swim or float to shore on pieces of the wreckage, and all 276 people on board make it safely to land. The islanders of Malta, witnessing the shipwreck, rush to help, building a fire to warm the survivors. As Paul gathers wood for the fire, a venomous snake bites him. The islanders, expecting him to fall dead, are astonished when Paul shakes the snake into the flames and remains unharmed. They quickly change their opinion of him, believing he must be a man of God. During their stay on Malta, Paul continues to demonstrate God's power. He heals the sick, including the father of the island's chief official, Publius. News of Paul's miracle spreads, and the islanders treat him and his companions with great respect and kindness. After 3 months, the group finally sets sail again, eventually reaching Rome, where Paul continues to spread the message of hope and salvation. The story of Paul's shipwreck on Malta is a powerful testament to faith in the face of overwhelming adversity. It reminds us that even in the fiercest storms of life, God's promises remain steadfast, and those who trust in him will find their way to safety. Through Paul's courage and unwavering faith, the lives of all on board are spared, and the people of Malta witnessed the power of God firsthand. It is a story of hope, resilience, and the assurance that no matter how dire the circumstances, God is always in control.